Okay. And Mr. Durham, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for us, raise your right hand, please, to be sworn. Your right hand. You swear the testimony you give for us, court's true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right. You want to enter a no contest plea to the charge of fleeing, attempting to elude, a second-degree felony, driving license suspended or revoked, a second-degree misdemeanor, and possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana, first-degree misdemeanor. And the other charges will be dismissed, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so you want to enter a no contest plea to those charges I just announced?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Ms. Dudley's done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. State's going to dismiss count 1, 2, and 4. On count 1,
Sorry, Your Honor, that should say count 3. My apologies.
yeah. Yeah, you were. Okay, so on it's count 3, which is the fleeing, attempting to elude. You're adjudicated guilty, 548 court costs, 36 months probation, complete advanced driver's improvement course, $2,476.24 restitution to the Florida Highway Patrol, 1 year driver's license suspension, waive cost supervision, and count 5 and 6, you're sentenced to time served and adjudicated guilty. Anything else? Merge and dismiss the traffic tickets.
Yes, sir, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, next I have is Joe Fernandez in 23 CF 1605. I would ask for a continuance. I believe his other cases were continued by the Public Defender's Office, or will be. We're waiting for an eval on him. I believe we got it back, so we just need to start setting depositions.
And December 30th.
Your Honor, next I have is Chase Glover in 22 CF 1170. I would ask for a continuance to 12:30. We have a hearing set on 10:31.
All right, 12:30.
Next I have is Javon Harris in 2012 CF 1490. He's also in front of the court, represented by the Public Defender's Office in 23 CF 2265. Your Honor, if I may approach.
Yes. State of Florida versus Javon Harris, 23 CF 2265 and 12 CF 1490. Mr. Harris, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court's true, so help you God.
Sir.
You want to enter a no contest plea to the charge of the lesser included offense of possession of controlled substance with intent to sell. Is that going to be a second-degree felony?
Yes, sir.
And possession of marijuana over 20 grams, a third-degree felony. And you want to admit that you violated probation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Ms. Dudley did for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. On 23 CF 2265, adjudicated guilty, sentenced to $1,040 court costs, $150 PD fee, 28 months Department of Corrections with credit for time served, all costs of judgment. In 12 CF 1490, $100 VOP fee, 28 months Department of Corrections with credit for all time served, including prior prison credit. Revoke and terminate probation, all costs of judgment, all cases, all counts to run concurrent.
Sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, next I have is Matthew Hoover and 23 CF 1720. We can leave it set for trial. So for docket day
Hoover.
on the 4th.
Okay. So we'll set this for November 4th.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, next I have is Destiny Jackson. Females aren't here yet. Okay. Your Honor, I have Gil McGee. Yeah. 24 CF 376 and 24 CF 669. Your Honor, I'm asking for continuance to the December 30th date. We have to set more depositions, and we have a hearing set on November 7th. If we can just put on the 12/30 date, Your Honor.
And this is Gil McGee,
Yes, sir.
December 30th. Okay.
Your Honor, next one I have is a female inmate, so we'll skip her. I have Joshua Ramsey.
Are you working for the PDs now with all the?
No, sir. At 24 CF 781, 19 CF 112, and 21 CF 1185. If we could leave him P or C for docket day on the 4th,
All right.
we're hoping to get it worked out.
November
Yeah,
4th. Pardon?
we're hoping to get it worked out on that day.
November 4th, okay.
And next I have is Amon Robinson. It's 23 CF 812 and 24 CF 638. Your Honor, I'd ask for a continuance in this case. There are new charges that Mr. Robinson was arrested for, so I'd ask for this to be set for December
December
30th.
30th.
Next I have is Deion Sanders. It's 21 CF 1943. Your Honor, we ask for a continuance to the December 30th date. I have been talking with the state, just trying to figure out the depositions.
All right, December 30th. Thank you.
Next I have is Jeffrey Wagner, 24 CF 121, 24 CF 122, and 20 CF 380. We waived his appearance, Your Honor. We would ask to leave it docket day for P or C, see if we can get it worked out.
No objection.
So 11/4, Your Honor.
November 4th.
And that is all I have until they bring Miss Jackson and Miss Odom.
All right, thank you. Brad Stewart,
Good morning, Your Honor.
morning.
May it please the court, Your Honor, Brad Stewart, on behalf of Donald Jesperson, Judge. Mr. Jesperson is an inmate. This is 23 CF 1008, 1009, 24 CF 368. Your Honor, Mr. Jesperson is present before the court, Judge. We do need to continue. This is the first time up for me as counsel of record. We have some reciprocal discovery to turn over to the state and perfect depositions.
All right, December 30th.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, that's all I have on this docket. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you. All right, your client is Mr. Gilbert, who?
My first one was Ms. Harper, who's a female inmate, so we'll have to wait for her. My next one is Mr. Richard Price in 24 CF 1085. I have a waiver on file. I'd like to leave that or set that for a change of plea for November 7th.
All right, November 7th.
Next case is Charlie Stillman in 24 CF 1819.
All right, Charles Stillman.
Your Honor, this is a first time up. We were working closely with Ms. Gleason to resolve this case as quickly as possible. Request a continuance.
December 30th. Thank you.
Oh, I'm busy.
All right,
And finally, Mr. Harold Winkles in 23 CF 2798. We have a waiver on file. Received additional reciprocal discovery on Friday to hand over to state. Request a continuance.
December 30th.
I'll stand by for female
All
inmates.
right. Mr. Stivers.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
This is Peggy Rambosk, 2024 CF 612. If we could leave this on docket 8, it's going to be a plea or either have a plea or continuance
PTI.
to set it.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, November 4th.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dustin Durrell. Morning.
May it please the court, Dustin Durrell on behalf of Mr. Matthew McLean. We have a waiver of appearance on file for Mr. McLean. Recently received discovery in this matter. I'm setting depositions, would request December 30th.
All right, December 30th.
I believe that's all I have, if I may be
Right.
excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Byron Cotton.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Your Honor, for the record, Byron Cotton. I'm here on behalf of Michael Paycheck, P-E-C-H-A-C-E-K, case number 24 CF 1485 and 1486. Your Honor, we have depositions that are set for 2 days in this case in February. Was the date that's been coordinated with the State Attorney's Office. I believe if we could have a date after that, I know that's a ways out, but that's the first available date we could get where we could get the dates.
Well, the last pretrial that I have is December 30th.
Take
So-
that one and we'll figure it out. I know the
Yeah.
new docket for next year hadn't
All
come out
right,
yet,
we'll
right?
do that, December 30th.
That sounds good, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's all I've got, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Yes.
Ms. Merrifield?
Handle the cases under Flaherty first. The first one I have is Philip Arnold, 24 CF 1947. There's a waiver on file. It's the first time up. Still waiting on some discovery, Judge, so I'd like to move it to the 12:30 pretrial
And
docket.
December 30th.
Thank you. The next one is Madison McKenzie, 24 CF 1935, first time up. There's a waiver on file. I'd also like to continue this to 12:30, still waiting on some additional discovery.
No objection.
All right, December 30th.
Rufy Neely, 24 CF 1847, waiver on file. It's the first time up. We are scheduling depots. Would request December 30th.
No objection.
December 30th.
Then I have Matthew Packard, 24 CF 1455, 1456. He is an inmate. He is present, and Judge ASA Basso and I are still working on some additional discovery and some reciprocal discovery, so to request a continuance at this time, but we'll move it back up on the docket if we're able to come to a meeting. That's correct, Your Honor.
December 30th.
And I've got Jonathan Stewart in 23 CF 1476. There's a waiver on file. Would request a continuance, Judge. We have a motion hearing set on 10/31, and then depositions will follow that.
And you want to win?
12:30, Judge, for pretrial.
December 30th.
And then the next two cases are going to be under my name, Judge. I've got Stantavius Jones in 24 CF 704. There is a waiver on file. Like to set him for docket day. Plea or continue.
November 4th.
And then Kristen Roberts, 24 CF 1259. There's a waiver on file. I'd like to continue her to the 12:30 pretrial. We've got some other issues that we need to address before bringing this one in for a landing.
December 30th.
I believe that's all I have, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Robert Dees.
Morning, Judge. I got Shane Jaghab, and we're able to resolve his case. Approach, Your Honor.
Yeah. Twenty-four CF 1830, State versus Shane Jaghab. Mr. Jaghab, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? Swear the testimony you give for his court's true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you want to enter a plea to possession of a controlled substance, a third-degree felony, and possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana, first-degree misdemeanor, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you or forced you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Dees has done for you on your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Adjudicated guilty on both counts. Count one, you're sentenced 12 months probation at
I put 40 on there, Judge.
what does that mean?
Has that changed?
says 12 months of probation at 40 months.
At $40 a month cost of supervision.
Okay. $40 a month. Cost of supervision, $615 fine and court costs. Have a substance abuse evaluation, need recommended treatment, random UAs. Count two, adjudicated guilty, 12 months of probation. $40 a month court costs concurrent. And the sentence is concurrent. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Oh, they need you right here. Judge, the second case I have is Ryan Williams. There's a waiver of his appearance in the court file. We're asking for docket day without subpoenas on Mr. Williams' case in hopes that will resolve.
November 4th.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Jeremy Keach.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
I'm sorry, which one are you? I don't think I have to print the score sheet.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. Morning, Your Honor. For the record, State of Florida versus Selena Garza, 24 CF 417 and 24 CF 1472. We have a written offer plea, if I may approach.
All right. All right, State of Florida versus Selena Garza, 24 CF 417, 24 CF 1472. Ms. Garza, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court's true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In 24 CF 417, you want to enter a no contest plea to illegal use of personal identification information, a third-degree felony. And in 24 CF 1472, enter a no contest plea to grand theft, a third-degree felony, and uttering a forged instrument, a third-degree felony. Correct? You want to enter a no contest plea to those charges, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Oh, yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work your attorney has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
I don't seem to have a score sheet, Mr. Keys. Is there a score sheet here somewhere?
This is a guideline sentence, but
Okay.
we're going to have to submit a score sheet after the fact, but this would be a guideline sentence.
All right. The court's going to withhold adjudication of guilt in all cases, all count. The court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Withholds adjudication of guilt on all cases, all counts. In each count, defendant is sentenced to 3 years state probation with a $41 cost supervision fee total. And sentences shall run concurrent. You'll pay the fines and court costs and fees during the period of probation. $615 fines and court costs, $150 legal assistance fee. That's in 24 CF 417 and 24 CF 1472, $615 fines and court costs, $100 legal assistance fee. Restitution is ordered in 24 CF 417 of $1,000 to Sammy Kadar, and in 24 CF 1472, $823 to Dodge's Stores for Walton Beach. As a condition of probation, you will either be enrolled in school full-time or maintain gainful employment, perform 50 hours community service work, complete the anti-theft course, no contact with any victim. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Honor, based on the fact Mr. Keats was appointed, we request the supervision fees be waived.
All right. Next.
Next, Your Honor, will be State of Florida versus Cameron Gawley. He is out in the hallway, if I may. For the record, that's 24 CF 84 and 24 CF 85.
Okay, what you want to do on it?
Judge, I'm going to seek as he's coming forward, come on, Cameron, we have quite a bit of deposition still to do, and I've had some conversations with the state about possible resolutions, but if we can move for a continuance at this time.
All right, December 30th, thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, December 30th. Yes. Same time. No. That's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Flowers.
Good morning. Keith Kilpatrick has some matters before the court and has asked me to take those up. First, Larry Leonard. He tells me that he needs a continuance on this matter and there's no objection.
December 30th. All right. Okay,
And
next.
Judge, likewise, one other matter, Lamaya Liam Barnett, and there are 3 case numbers, Judge. He has not received discovery and is asking that that matter be continued as well. Again, that is Keith Kilpatrick.
There's no objection.
December 30th, thank you.
Thank you. Judge, the first matter I have under my name is number 35 Chase Brunson. Your Honor, we have executed and have a plea agreement.
Okay.
That's correct.
And Mr. Brunson is approaching. Judge, I'm going to refer to this, if that's okay. He's entered a plea as charged to aggravated assault. Before the court, he has signed, as has the state. The agreement is stated in the plea itself. Withholding of the confession of guilt, 2 years probation with all of the special conditions as are listed in the plea agreement.
Mr. Brunson, this is 23 CF 2811, State versus Chase Brunson. Would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court is true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to enter a plea to, is it aggravated assault or?
Yes, sir.
It's aggravated assault, Your Honor. I apologize for the penmanship.
Is it without intent to kill it looks like it's just discharged, right?
That's
Aggravated
correct, Your
assault?
Honor.
Okay. A third-degree felony, correct?
That is
Yes,
correct.
sir.
All right. Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Flowers has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts